Good morning, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. My name is Priyanka Das and welcome to today's segment of Quick Morning, where we delve into the latest news and updates from around the country and across the world to set the tone for your day. From tracking RG Court developments to new revelations in the Saif stabbing case. Stay tuned as Republic TV brings you the ground realities of these developments. But that's not all. We'll also be bringing you the latest updates from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed lineup for this morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here on Republic, as always with a nation first this quick morning. A Kolkata court today will pronounce the quantum of punishment to Sanjoy Roy, convicted of raping and murdering an on-duty doctor at the state-run RG Court Medical College. The charges under which Roy has been convicted entail a minimum sentence of life imprisonment, while the maximum can be capital punishment. Roy, a former civic volunteer with the Kolkata police, was arrested on August 10, 2024, a day after the 31-year-old medic's body was found in the seminar room of the hospital. Amid tense situations in ethnic strife hit Manipur, the Meitei Group Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity raised a demand to implement NRC in the state to identify illegal immigrants from Myanmar. The COCOMI urged the centre to complete fencing along the India-Myanmar border at the earliest to stop illegal immigration and trafficking of arms and drugs. The main accused arrested in the January 16 Saif Ali Khan attack case was found to have slept at a Bandra bus stop until 7 a.m. after the incident. The Bangladeshi national, who had illegally entered India and changed his name to Bijoy Das, had attempted a theft at Khan's Bandra home. Police recovered a hammer, screwdriver and rope from his bag, leading to suspicions of criminal antecedents. Accused only realized that he had attacked a Bollywood star after seeing media reports. Tensions escalated in Kolkata as the BJP accused the West Bengal police of obstructing their protest preparations over the Midnapur saline contamination tragedy. The protest, organized by BJP, aims to demand accountability for the deaths of a newborn and a pregnant woman. BJP leaders, including Dr. Sukanta Majumdar, claimed that the police were preventing party workers from setting up a stage for the protest and seizing equipment. Majumdar accused the Mamata Banerjee government of trying to suppress the demonstrations out of fear. Mohinder Goel, AAP MLA, has responded to notices issued to him and his officials regarding the issuance of official signatures over fake Aadhaar cards of Bangladeshis. Goel has asked for time until February 6th from the Delhi police, following which he will cooperate with the investigation. He also claimed to have provided the police with documents they requested. However, Goel alleged that the Delhi police's primary objective is to disrupt his campaigning.
वो कुछ भी करे, किसी भी बात के अंदर कोई ना सच्चाई है ना हो रहा है, ना वो कार्रवाई कर सकते। उनका काम है हमारे काम को, हमारे टाइम को किल करना, उनका और कुछ नहीं।
The dates for the upcoming parliamentary budget session have been announced, marking the beginning of a crucial period for the Indian economy. The session will be divided into two parts, with the first half commencing on January 31st and concluding on February 13th. The second half of the session will begin on March 10th and will continue until April 4th. In the lead up to the session, the economic survey will be presented on January 31st, providing an overview of the country's economic performance. The union budget, which is eagerly anticipated by economists, policymakers and citizens alike, will be presented on February 1st. While addressing the recent mysterious deaths in Rajouri, which have claimed at least 17 lives, J&K Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha said that despite the investigations conducted by the administration and health department, the reasons behind the deaths remain unknown. To further investigate the matter, the Ministry of Home Affairs has formed a team which will soon reveal the cause of the mysterious deaths. In addition to the MHA's investigation, the police have also formed a special investigation team to look into other aspects of the case. Sinha emphasized that once the facts are known, the administration will share the information with the public.
जम्मू कश्मीर प्रशासन के हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट और बाकी डिपार्टमेंट ने भी जांच की थी, वही सही तथ्यों का पता नहीं लग पाया है। कल गृह मंत्री जी ने भारत सरकार के विशेषज्ञों की एक समिति विभिन्न मंत्रालयों को मिला करके बनाई है, वो टीम आ गई है। मैं समझता हूँ कि शीघ्र ही कारण क्या है ये पता चल पाएगा। पुलिस ने भी जांच के लिए एक SIT बनाई है ताकि दूसरे पक्ष पर भी विचार किया जा सके, उसकी भी जांच ठीक से हो सके। एक बार सही तथ्य सामने आ जाएंगे तो जरूर आपको बताया जाएगा।
Terminated teachers in Chhattisgarh who had been protesting for nearly a month were forcibly detained by police, with many sustaining injuries during a scuffle. The protesters, primarily B.Ed qualified assistant teachers, had been terminated after a court ruling that challenged the eligibility of B.Ed graduates to teach in primary schools. After the ruling, the teachers demanded an ordinance from the government to secure their jobs. Police authorities claim that action was taken against them as they failed to carry out the protests legally.
ये B.Ed के अभ्यर्थी लोग थे जो कि अपने टर्मिनेशन के विरुद्ध प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे। इनको बोला गया कि अपना जो प्रोटेस्ट है वो एक तरीके से कानूनी ढंग से करें। यहाँ पे परमिशन नहीं थी बैठने की, उसके बावजूद इस आम रास्ते को रोका गया। सुबह से लगभग 10 घंटे तक इनको अनुरोध किया गया कि आप रास्ते को खाली कर दीजिए, पूरे शहर को इससे काफ़ी तकलीफ हो रही है। उसके बाद फिर SDM साहब के आदेश पर इनको यहाँ से हटाया गया है। जो प्राथमिकता थी वो इस रास्ते को क्लियर कराने की थी।
Viewers, tracking the top business stories for the day, we bring you the latest updates on India's economic landscape. From India setting new targets of engineering exports by 2030 to Reliance Jio entering crypto world. Stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping the business world today. The government's target of $1 trillion exports includes $250 billion from the engineering sector, Commerce Secretary Sunil Bartwal said on Sunday. The government has set a target to achieve $1 trillion export from India by 2030. The secretary said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke about multimodal transport, which is to provide last-mile connectivity. He said that in the process of energy transition, there will be demand for adopting technologies which have net zero carbon emission. He said that Prime Minister Modi at the Bharat Mobility interacted with several youths who are looking for opportunities in the sector, making the charging system efficient. ITC is enhancing its competitiveness and innovation under its next strategy, aiming to lead in every segment it operates. Chairman and Managing Director Sanjeev Puri outlined the strategy's focus on digitalization, sustainability and supply chain efficiency to shape a future ready for enterprise. The ITC next strategy is designed to drive growth and profitability by leveraging digitalization, sustainability, innovation and supply chain efficiency. These areas are key to making ITC competitive and contemporary, ensuring continuous innovation and leveraging the company's strengths. A recent survey by the Confederation of Indian Industry, that's your CII, has revealed an optimistic outlook for the Indian economy, with 75% of companies believing that the current environment is conducive for private investments. This positive sentiment is further bolstered by the fact that 70% of the firms surveyed plan to invest in FY26, potentially leading to an uptick in the private investments over the next few quarters. The US is all set to welcome the 47th president. Donald Trump's inauguration is set to be an extravagant event, but was moved indoors due to cold weather. Despite this change, the ceremony still features prominent performers, influential billionaires and foreign dignitaries, marking a significant return for Trump to the political stage. Notable business figures such as Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Shao Zishu, Jeff Bezos and Sam Altman were invited to the ceremony. Their presence highlighted Trump's strengthened ties with the business community, contrasting with his first term when such groups often distance themselves. Geosphere web browser users have begun noticing that GeoCoin, A blockchain-based crypto token has been integrated into their platforms. Built on Ethereum Layer 2 and listed on Polygon, GeoCoin is currently accessible to users on both Android and iOS devices. Though there has been no official announcement from Reliance yet, while detailed information about GeoCoin's value and trading mechanisms is not yet available, speculation suggests that these tokens could be used for services like mobile recharges, utility bill payments, and other geo-powered offerings. Reliance is expected to provide a formal announcement soon detailing GeoCoin's functionalities and use cases. Moving on to our international segment, where we're tracking the ground pulse of some of the global stories. Today, we delve into significant developments from around the world, from Trump beginning his presidential term from today to about 3 hostages returning home from Hamas's captivity. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape. Billionaire Donald Trump is set to begin his second presidential term today in Washington, D.C. The inauguration has been shifted indoors for the first time in 40 years since 1985 due to bad weather conditions. The business tycoon turned politician has retained his position in the global politics with his explosive remarks over the past few months. The inauguration ceremony is set to be attended by some of the biggest leaders and businessmen from around the world, as Trump gears up to lead the nation for the next 4 years. As the guns get lowered in Gaza, 3 hostages were released by Hamas as part of the ceasefire deal between Israel and Gaza. The truce begins an end to the 15-month-long conflict that costed lives and destroyed families. The hostages returned back home after months and have been identified as Romy Gonen, Emily Damari, and Doron Steinbruck. Israel is said to release around 90 Palestinian prisoners in return. A gradual release of 33 hostages over the next 6 weeks has been agreed upon. As Syria continues holding bilateral talks with the nations in an attempt to improve its diplomatic positioning in the world, Norwegian Foreign Minister Espen Barth Eide met with his Syrian counterpart to start a fresh chapter between the 2 nations. The leader visited Damascus on January 19th as the discussions covered a range of topics, including economic investments and humanitarian aid.
We strongly believe that we have to work closely with our partners, our close allies, to discuss how we can reduce and eventually abandon this burden of sanctions so that economic investment, economic progress actually become possible. After all, the Syrian people are trading people interested in rebuilding commercial links to the outside world. And while the immediate needs might be humanitarian, the long-term needs, of course, is economic growth, and we want to make that possible.
8 trucks could be seen crossing into the Gaza Strip at the Rafah crossing from Egypt on January 19th as a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas took hold. The ceasefire ushers in an initial 6-week period of calm and raising hopes for the release of dozens of militant-held hostages and an end to devastating 15-month conflict. But even before the truce officially took effect, celebrations erupted across the war-ravaged territory and some Palestinians began returning to their homes. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, that ASEAN, kicked off its retreat on January 20th with the arrival of foreign ministers for the opening ceremony in Malaysia's Langkawi Island. The ASEAN nations are central to the Regional Cooperation Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or the RCEP, a free trade agreement that was signed in 2020, creating the largest trade bloc in history. Conceived at ASEAN's 2011 summit, the agreement includes commitments on trade in goods and services, investments, and other areas.
One frequently asked question relates to the incoming US presidency and how this will shape the dynamics of the region in the years to come. Our region has become a site of concentrated superpower competition. Embedded in this tension is the unspoken truth that this has only happened because, as I said earlier, we hold massive potential. Our highly geostrategic position, our cultural versatility, and our collective economic weight.
Supporters of impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol stormed a Seoul court in the early hours of January 19th, following the court's decision to formally arrest Yoon. After 8 hours of deliberation, the Seoul Western District Court granted law enforcement's request for an arrest warrant for Yoon, citing he was a threat to destroy evidence. Following the verdict, dozens of his supporters broke in and rioted, destroying the main door and windows, as some were seen throwing objects and using fire extinguishers, destroying furniture and glass doors. Yoon, who has been in detention since he was apprehended last week in a massive law enforcement operation at his residential compound, faces potential rebellion charges linked to his declaration of martial law on December 3rd, which set off the country's most serious political crisis since its democratization in the late 1980s. Thousands of local and foreign tourists flock to fish on ice and snatch fish with bare hands at one of the most popular South Korean winter festivals in Hwacheon County. About 120 kilometers northeast of the capital Seoul, the Hwacheon Sancheoneo Ice Festival is scheduled to last until February 2nd. Visitors are allowed to fish on top of the ice for Sancheoneo, a mountain trout that is known for living in the first-class fresh water. Since 2003, the Winter Festival has been held every January in the remote mountainous county CCI headquarters in Mumbai early, with most of the squads for the impending ICC tournament and the home ODI series against England preceding it already set. Yet, there was a delay of close to 2.5 hours in the official announcement. The delay was reportedly caused as head coach Gautam Gambhir and Agarkar were left at loggerheads over two selection matters. Tracking the buzz, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. Today, we bring you highlights from the Prada Menswear Show, where celebrities in large numbers arrived to view the Menswear 2025-26 Fall and Winter collection. This and more as we unravel all the latest updates from the entertainment industry this morning. The Joy Awards, a centerpiece of Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season, brought together a glittering lineup of international and regional celebrities to honor achievements in film, television, music and entertainment. Lifetime Achievement Awards were bestowed upon renowned musician Andrea Bocelli, legendary actor Morgan Freeman, celebrated composer Hans Zimmer and acclaimed Korean director Jae Ki-yoon. On the lavender carpet, Hans Zimmer praised the region's growing appeal towards filmmakers.
I tell you what we're doing in the region again. We are doing Dune 3. We're starting in September. And things always come up. I mean, you've become very popular, you know, because you have great crews, you have great people. You know, it's a joy to work here. It really is. It's a little warm sometimes, just a little.
Sub-zero wind chills didn't stop thousands of people from tromping out onto a frozen lake in Minneapolis to immerse themselves at art. The annual Art Shanty project drew crowds onto Lake Harriet for occasionally downright strange art events. Harris Dickinson, Damson Idris and other celebrity guests arrived in Italy for Milan Fashion Week. Guests like Louise Partridge, Sana and Saint Laurent made their way into the Prada show to view the menswear collection. Fall and Winter collection, Miuccia Prada and her co-creative director Ralph Simons described the latest Prada menswear collaboration unveiled during the Milan Fashion Week as raw and romantic. And that's a wrap for today's segment of Quick Morning. Don't go anywhere, viewers. We'll be right back tracking the top headlines and biggest stories from across the globe only on Republic TV.